Do you wish you had a way to handle the hordes of pesky robots coming to attack you every single night in Scrap Mechanics? Something better than just your sledgehammer? Then stick around because this video is going to help you with just that. Alright, so this video is going to be split into 3 parts with chapters lined up on the scrubby video thing. Firstly, the basics on how you obtain a Spud gun. Secondly, an overview of our journey and tactics to get our Spud guns. And thirdly, a guide and a list of tips to make your grind to get your Spud guns purposeful and efficient. Alright, so starting with the basics. In order to obtain the Spud gun, you need to first find the hideout. Here, there is a farmer who will allow you to trade resources for a variety of items, including the Spud gun, of course. His trading system basically relies on a system of like quote-unquote credits, and in order to obtain these credits, you must turn in packaged crops and cage farmers. For each package of crops, you must turn in 10 of a single type of crop into the correct slot at a packing station. Additionally, there are 2 different types of packing stations that you'll need to find. The 2 types of packing stations are ones for vegetables and fruits. Vegetable ones are marked by signs with broccoli, and fruit ones are marked with signs with bananas. In order to dispense crops into the deposits, have them in a large chest with a vacuum pump attached facing towards the little deposit thing. And make sure the vacuum pump is connected to a button so that every click of the button dispenses an item. So that's how to get the packaged crops. But you also need caged farmers. In order to get caged farmers, you're going to either have to explore burned forest or autumn forest. They'll be found in like little campsites, but yeah. To transport both the caged farmers and packaged goods, you'll most likely need a large truck of some sort, so make sure you have one before starting your adventure. Alright, so now it's time for you to see a little bit of a glimpse into our strategy and our absolutely insane adventure, spanning from start to finish 10 hours. Now, if you're thinking 10 hours sounds like a long time, you'd be right. But there is something you need to know, especially if you haven't already been watching our survival series so far. My friend Walter and I are a couple of knuckleheads who have been playing through the game incredibly, stupidly, and inefficiently. And throughout our mission to get Spud guns, we had many failed defenses of our farm, just completely resetting it. And just because we didn't get back to it at night in time, and at one point we even lost our entire car that was carrying 4 package crates, so we had many major setbacks. My estimation, as we got 2 Spud guns in our 10 hours and we did it very inefficiently, I bet following the tips of this video, and if you're only getting 1, you could easily do this in under half the time it took us. Alright, so now for the important stuff, how you're gonna accomplish this. First things first, let's look at the cost of the Spud gun. In order to get it from the farmer, you must turn in 2 packages of blueberries, 2 packages of oranges, and 1 caged farmer. If you've never even seen a blueberry or orange seed in your whole time playing the game, do not worry, as the farmer sells 5 blueberry seeds for 3 red beet crates and 5 orange seeds for 3 tomato crates. Alright, so now let's cover how you're going to set up your operation to get started on this grind. So of course, the crops you need to farm first are the tomatoes and red beets, so that you can then get the blueberries and oranges. In order to do this, first gather as much soil as you reasonably can, as the more things you can plant at once, the faster you can farm. Go ahead and place your plot of soil close enough to the water so it's easy to run back and forth with buckets of water. Next, before you plant anything, you'll need to set up a wall to act as a last line of defense after your sledgehammer, of course. As you probably know, every single night you'll have to defend against farm bots trying to destroy your entire farm, which is a major setback if that happens. To build up this wall, you can gather wood from chopping down trees, and also a very good tactic is going to the little like shack, rundown shop type things, and just taking wall pieces off of that and wood and just whatever you can find to build up some type of wall. Your wall really does not need to be pretty, as it will get destroyed a bit pretty much every night. So just scrap together something with a few layers thick of walls and call it a day. Once your wall is situated, plant your crops, water, and wait for your first raid. Alright, some time saving tips. First, choose like one crop to grow at a time. This makes it easy to keep track of how much of one crop you have, and then just cross the crops off as you get enough of them. This way your farm isn't super unorganized with like planting all the crops at once, and your harvests won't all come out at the same time. The second tip I have is make sure you're always getting something done in your daytime while you don't have the robots attacking you. Never just be waiting around for your crops if you want to get this done as fast as possible. Either be doing something for another project you have going on in the game, or be gathering wood and resources to rebuild your walls after a big night just getting absolutely destroyed. But my third tip is something we figured out towards the end of our journey that helped us so much. Alright guys, we just came up with like an actually pretty good strategy for protecting your farm. So every night you're gonna get attacked by hay bots if your farm's worth enough, and so you use that scrap metal to convert it into metal. So it's 15 for 10, right? So you're losing 5 of your scrap metal for 10 of these blocks, but they're more durable. But then for every 10 of these, you get 20 of these because they only cost 5. So that means for 15 of your scrap metal, you get 20 punch steel blocks, which have 4 durability, while your scrap metal has 3. So you increase the durability and your number of blocks, and basically for free, because you're already making metal from the night. So you don't have to go chop trees like we were doing before to get extra wood to rebuild, and it's all just happening for you. So this is very efficient, and yeah, it's definitely a good strategy. This is probably the biggest time-saving tip we came up with. Well guys, I hope this video helps you on your journey to get your spud guns, and if you did stick around all the way till now, then you'll probably enjoy our Scrap Mechanics Survival series we have going on if you haven't already watched it. And also the episode that we get these spud guns in is going to be out in a week or two, so stay tuned for that, as you'll be able to learn from even more of our mistakes that I didn't mention in this video, and also just see our absolutely wild ride that we went on trying to get these spud guns. And with that, we'll just see you in the next one. Bye!